parents is oftentimes trying to find help to watch the kids during those long summer days. And it's not just working parents, but sometimes stay-at-home parents need an extra pair of hands. So joining us now is Erin Krex, founder of First Class Care, a domestic placement agency, with some advice on what you should look for when hiring a nanny. Erin, it's nice to see you.
Thank you.
So what is the first thing you need to do? What do you have to kind of remember when you're out looking for someone to help out?
You have to remember that you're looking for someone to take care of your most prized possession. So looking for somebody with responsible, good driving record. If they're taking the kids to the pool, you really want to know what kind of skills do you need to look for in somebody.
When you find someone like that, are they expected to have a full resume and all the information for you? Do you have to dig a lot of times on your own? Or how do you determine whether or not this individual is a proper fit for you?
Sure, I would say that there's a couple ways to go about it. If it's a professional nanny, then she should have a full resume. If you're looking at a college student, then they probably don't have a full nanny resume available, but certainly checking references just to make sure that they are a reliable person is a good thing.
Sure. And one thing I'm sure that comes up for folks, they say, boy, I would love to have an extra pair of hands, but wow, I just don't know if I can afford it, for all summer long or whatever the case may be when you have a lot of kids at home. How do you deal with that? What's your answer to that?
I would say just, figure out maybe if it's not somebody full-time that you know when your kids nap or things like that, and just maybe have them for a few hours of when that time is needed to take the kids to the pool or get them outside to the park as much as possible. That's really what it's about, is getting the kids outside.
Absolutely. Boy, I'm with you on that one. So often we're all frustrated by the kids spending too much time indoors, and sometimes that happens because mom can't be 4 places at once, or dad for that matter in some instances. Now, when you talk to a nanny one-on-one, or a prospective babysitter, whatever the case may be, should you also have that individual interact with the kids on sort of a trial basis before you make some sort of a decision?
Absolutely. Trials are very important because your kids will gravitate better towards some than others. So your kids have a really good sense of who they're going to like to spend the days with and who they're not. So it's definitely important.
Got it. And are there any certain red flags that you should always look for and say, I'm not sure this is the right fit, or there's something I just don't feel right? Just trust your gut a lot of times, or how do you advise folks?
Absolutely trust your gut and do your due diligence. Even though this isn't a long-term thing, you still want to make sure you have background checks and driving records and things like that.
I'm sure there are folks listening right now saying, boy, I would love to have some help, but where do I even start to look?
Sure.
Obviously, your agency is one way to go, right?
Yeah.
And others are available too, right?
Yeah, so you can call an agency, look for a college sitter. Lots of college kids come home for the summer. Even a high school student who maybe is a senior and looking for some work for the summer is a great place to look.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about your agency. You have offices in Northbrook and in the city, is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
2 locations. We do part-time, full-time, temporary, whatever your needs.
Erin, very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thanks for shedding a little light on this. A lot of folks would love to have help, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
In the coming months especially.
Thank you.
All right, Erin Krex. We're going to take a quick break. The new wrinkle in the Donald Sterling